Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is NURZUKRINA binti ZAKARIA. My number matric is 1201828. So now I want to tell about the introduction for research scholar. It is Al-Razi. In that, Islam has been famous since the time of the Prophet Muhammad SAW. Then this medical system began to be practiced during Islamic civilization until it reached the peak of activities which according to the change of the times. Furthermore, with the advanced as they are advanced technologies providing improvements in the field of medicine in terms of medical equipment. Then in medical science also has content paradigms, concept and medical value as well as test procedure. In Islamic civilization, there were scholars as famous physician in ancient time. It is Al-Razi, and he is of Iran descent and also a student of Al-Tabari. He has made many contributions and books in the field of medicine, chemistry, and philosophy, such as book it is Al-Hawi. Thus, Al-Razi is famous not only for being the pride of the Islamic world, but also for his abilities and prowess by the Western world, so that this research aims to identify background or biography, contribution, and also analysis on one of the scholars' published book.
Hello, my name is ATHIRAH binti Muhammad ROSDI, matric number 1201855. Okay, I will continue about background or biography of Al-Razi. First thing first, full name of Al-Razi is Abu Bakar Muhammad ibn Zakaria Al-Razi, also known by his first name Razi and by his later name Raziz, born around 865. Sometime later, he died in Ray on October 27, 925. While Al-Razi's sight became weaker, he developed cataract and finally became blind in both eyes. Al-Razi was a brilliant physician, philosopher, and alchemist, widely considered one of the most important figures in the history of medicine. He also wrote on logic, astronomy, and grammar. After that, Al-Razi was among the first to use humorous theory to distinguish of contagious diseases from another, and wrote a pioneering book about smallpox and measles, providing clinical characterization of the medicine. In addition, Al-Razi moved from Ray to Baghdad during Caliph Muqtafi's reign, where he was head of the famous Muqtadari hospital. Not only that, Al-Razi was author of more than 100 books. Lastly, he apparently began his medicine after his first visit to Baghdad with Ali ibn Sahlu Rabban at-Tabari, a Jewish convert to Islam and a physician and philosopher belonging to the famous medical school Ibn al-Nadim, indicates that Al-Razi studied philosophy under a teacher named Al-Bakhi, a pupil of Hunay ibn Ishaq, who had traveled widely and possessed great knowledge of philosophy and the ancient Greek, Persian, and Indian system of medicine.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is SITI NURFITRAH binti Muhammad RAAFE. My matric number 1201835. Okay, next I will share what are the contribution of Al-Razi toward Islamic education. As we know, Abu Bakar Muhammad bin Zakaria Al-Razi, or known as Al-Razi, was the father of the famous medicine in the Middle Age. Among European society, he is better known by the name of Rhasis. Al-Razi has made many contributions in various fields, especially the field of medicine. In addition, among his contributions to Islamic education to date, that has produced many expert scholars that figure who contributes in medical science by producing Kitab Al-Hawi. He has identified various types of disease and their medicine. Al-Razi also made many contributions in the field of medicine to all members of society in the Middle Age. The contribution given by Al-Razi is invaluable to the formation and development in the field of medicine then and now. This not only benefit the Muslim community, but also the non-Muslim community who have done their best to emulate the new concept produced by Al-Razi. This invaluable contribution is still one of the main fields of reference, especially for physicians as well as research. The impact of the previous introduction of Al-Razi medicine has had an impact to date, which has cured many community the factor of the birth of many physicians to date. Next, we will look at some of the contribution of Al-Razi in early times in the field of medicine. First, he was the first person to discover measles and smallpox. Second, Al-Razi was also the first person to introduce alcohol for medical purpose. Third, the first person to use opium, which is drugs, for the purpose of anesthesia. 4. He also emphasized the link between food and health. He attribute this as a result of the influence of psychological factor on health. 5. Al-Razi was the first person to discuss cataract disease, which is a type of eye disease. He once performed surgery to restore the eyelid by pulling out the lens. Last but not least, Al-Razi also made a study on gallstone disease, where he found that liturgy is a process of breaking down gallstone in the bladder into small substances so that they can be easily extracted through the urinary test.
Assalamualaikum, my name is RAUDHOH binti Muhammad RADZUAN and my matric number 1201821, and now I will continue about analysis of Kitab Al-Hawi Al-Razi. Here are some points that I want to convey. The point is Kitab Al-Hawi is the earliest surviving manuscript of the comprehensive book on medicine by Abu Bakr Muhammad bin Zakaria Al-Razi, and this manuscript was completed by an unknown scribe, probably working in Baghdad on November. It is the third oldest surviving codex of a medical work written in Arabic. Moreover, Kitab Al-Hawi is an encyclopedia of therapeutic medical practice that he produced as a reference for the Europe world. Additionally, Al-Razi's findings on smallpox and common measles were also used as medical reference material in the Western world, and were even repeated several times in the 18th century. However, the largest and most important of Al-Razi's medical works is Kitab Al-Hawi fi Ad-Din, the comprehensive book of medicine, a collection of medical notes that Al-Razi made throughout his life in the form of extract from everything he had read, as well as observation from his own medical experience. And last, Al-Razi's willingness to test the validity of therapeutic claims and theories in practice is illustrated in another passage in Kitab Al-Hawi, noted by Iskandar and Savage Smith. And he recognized the symptoms complex that heralded the onset of meningitis, illness, and pain in the head and neck. The avoidance of drugs like photophobia, insomnia, and exhaustion and wonder are best to treat this patient.
My name is KHAIRUN binti KAMARUZAMAN, number matric 1201833. So, in conclusion, here we can know that medical science is the earliest Islamic science that appeared in the history of civilization. Al-Razi is one of the Islamic figures who is knowledgeable in the field of medicine, chemistry, and philosophy. Not only that, he is also a researcher and author of medical books that are renowned and respected by the community around the world. Through research, he was able to find out the various causes of disease in the world and ways to overcome the disease where before this disease and treatment has never existed before. As we know, many contributions he has made to society in terms of medicine. His contribution in the field of medicine is so great that it is invaluable of society. This is because this knowledge is still used to this day and is a reference especially to physicians and researchers. This knowledge is not only beneficial to the Muslim community but also used as a reference for non-Muslim to know the new concept product by Al-Razi. Having known the story of Muhammad ibn Zakaria Al-Razi, we should emulate and make him an example so that we can improve ourselves to be better. In addition, we also need to know and learn the science and technology so that other communities do not look down on and underestimate the Muslim community. Furthermore, we need to make the most of the contribution made by Al-Razi to us so that the glory days of Islam in the past return to this age. That's all from us. Thank you.